I've got life's tough questions for you.
Hey listeners, I'm the Stray Guy, and this is Life's Tough Questions, the show where knee-high rainbow socks are coming back into fashion. Our first question is a classic from 2014, asking, pick one of the following post-apocalyptic scenarios that you would rather be in. Number 1, aliens invade to enslave humankind and live on Earth. Or number 2, a machine uprising to enslave humankind and live free. Now, both scenarios involve the goal to enslave the human race, so things like nuking from orbit is an unlikely event. I'll leave the details up to you to discuss and debate. Now, it seems like a 50-50 split on both the Facebook page and the Reddit page, with people on both sides of the fence. Although it would seem that the most people that answered the aliens were more curious and seeking the answer to, is there life out there? Such as Reddit user Smack My Cake Up, who says, with the aliens, we at least get the answer to one of life's biggest questions. Or Jared, who says, definitely aliens, solely because then we'd have the "Are we alone?" question answered, which, regardless of invasion intent, would be the most important thing to have ever happened. To live in that time would be monumental, and we'd see some cool shit. While he thinks machines, on the other hand, would just suck. And you find that most people who talk about the robots mention them in a sense that would be more like combat, such as Benno, who says, I want to fight the iPods and internet fridges. Let the machines rise. I am ready. I do wonder if all machines would become like sentient, or if it would just be more like advanced humanoid robots, like things like fighting an internet fridge or an iPod would be an interesting thing to experience. Now, as for my choice, I see one major challenge. Now, as covered in Sun Tzu's Art of War, know your enemy. Now, with robots, they are restricted to current technology or constraints of design, whereas we have no clue what aliens might be able to do. Like, what if they were all like Superman, like absolute gods? We would not stand a chance in any form of combat. Whereas robots we understand to some degree. We understand their weaknesses, designs, their thought process. It gives us a huge advantage, as defending ourselves or like starting rebellions would be much easier against something we know and understand. And in both cases, they want to enslave humans, not just kill us. So there is a chance for uprisings. And I feel an uprising against robots, irrelevant of how humanoid they were or not, it would be much easier than unknown foes that very well could be a bunch of Kryptonians. How about you guys? Feel like taking on some crazy robots? Or perhaps you think you can take Superman on? Let us know in the comments below. Now comes a poll that was cast on Reddit from user borderlineF_CK. I see what you did there. Who asks, would you rather eat only your favourite food for the rest of your life, or never eat it again? Now, this is one of those questions that absolutely shock me. I mean, because I come into it thinking, nobody's gonna pick this answer over the other one. Like, would you rather $1 million or nothing? It seems very open and shut. But across both Facebook and especially Reddit, it seems almost a 60-40 split on this one. To literally only eat one type of food for the rest of your life seems crazy to me. Like, Vicious Snail here says, I haven't had a currywurst in such a long time. I can easily see myself just eating it for the rest of my life. So as in like currywurst, as in like the sausage? Eat just this sausage thing for the rest of your life. Yeah, I don't think it would be a very healthy or very long life if that be the case. And that is a big factor for me thinking about this. I mean, nutritional value of my favorite food. Unless that food is like something like a Korean bibimbap, I'd be missing out on many of the major food groups, and I would have massive malnutrition due to just eating chocolate or something like that. Reese is trying to cheat here too, when he's saying, my favorite food changes as I get older. Come on. Which makes it even more of a reason to pick to never eat it again. Because if that singular choice became obsolete very quickly, like, you know, you'd be bored of it by the sound of it so quickly. It'd be a terrible decision to pick that. I think I've said it before, but I highly value texture almost as much as taste when it comes to eating. And eating the same thing over and over and over would become so depressing. Well, in my opinion, that is. But at least having variety. I could eat something that might be at least close to what my favourite food was. I mean, it's crazy what some of these vegan places seem to be able to do with non-meat products to make them taste like meat versions these days. So, you know, the variety in texture and flavour in all the other foods of the world, it's just versus my favourite food. It easily outweighs them. It makes that option pretty easy choice for me. So again, it's an absolute shock to see so many of you just wanting the same food again and again. Gee, you must really love your currywurst, huh? How about you, viewers? Would your choice be an easy one? A difficult one? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so our next question says, would you rather have to go barefoot anytime you went out of your house? This means no socks either. Or have to wear knee-high rainbow socks with thongs or flip-flops every time you went out of your house. Now, you can take them off to swim. And, you know, most people it would seem would rather go barefoot. And up until recently, I would have 100% agreed with them. I think the socks with thongs or sandals look is horrible, let alone with the knee-high rainbow ones, you know? By the way, yes, in Australia we call them thongs. They seem to have so many names across the world. You got like flip-flops, Birkenstocks, jandals. We say thongs here. And I love how Libby points out that she actually had a pair of those socks in the 70s. Yeah, that just screams the fact that this style is not acceptable anymore. But yeah, as stated, recently I had a foot scare. Sorry, but some graphic pictures popping up now. They are still diagnosing possible reasons for my foot. However, one such reason could be cellulitis. It can come from a small scratch or a cut leading to an infection. And this has made me really begin to think about caring more about my feet. More wearing socks and drying between my toes, correcting, like, you know, things like that. And, well, when it comes to walking around outdoors barefoot, I think I would rather take the hit fashion-wise and protect my feet. There are way too many possibilities to step in something unwanted or dangerous. So, safety is a big issue. I suppose as well, I am mostly a pants wearer. I don't often wear shorts, even in Australia's 40-degree heat. I wear thin pants. So the socks themselves wouldn't draw as much attention as one that might wear shorts a lot would probably get. Just have to be careful that my thongs don't melt in this hot Australian heat. I've actually had that happen to a pair before. I've left them outside and they partly melted, and then one of them actually shrunk. I kid you not, like magically shrunk to what looked like it was like 5 sizes too small. It was crazy. I was like, no, someone's playing a prank on me. But that's what happened. In the heat of Australia, my thongs actually, one of them was in the sun, one of them was in the shade, one of them shrunk literally half the size. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had to get a new pair. How about you guys? Can you walk around barefoot everywhere? Let us know below. Okay, so now to our final poll that we cast last week, which asked, you go swimming with friends at the public pool. You get there and begin to change when you realise you've bought your older sibling's swimwear by accident and its size is too big for you. You still want to go swimming and must choose one. Wear the oversized swimwear or wear your underwear. And sadly, we didn't get any comments on this one, and the votes were almost directly down the middle. There didn't seem to be any defining winner or point made on which one would be better in this case. I did, however, notice though that all the votes for oversized swimwear were male, and the wearing the underwear had all the female votes, which I guess it makes a lot of sense when you think about awkwardly trying to support or hold your swimwear on as you play in the water, especially for like a two-piece or female swimwear versus a guy just holding a one-piece or some pair of board shorts up. I think underwear just makes sense. I mean, it's already the right size, it's comfortable, but also unless you're wearing some really sexy pair of underwear or some like laundry day tighty-whities, most underwear could pretty much look like a pair of swimwear. Especially if you've got those kind of like longer cut briefs. They look no different from a pair of actual Olympian swimwear these days. I mean, maybe those Olympians are just wearing underwear. So what did you guys pick? Let us know below. Okay, so just a friendly reminder before I ask next week's question. Now please remember that voting is one thing, but comment will get you mentioned on the episode. So don't forget to comment too. Which brings us to the question for next week, which asks, for the rest of your life, would you rather only drink hot drinks or only drink cold drinks? Now, things like cereal milk doesn't count as a drink unless you have like one rice bubble in half a litre of milk. So no cheating on that there. If we're talking about drinking it, it's always going to be a hot drink or it's always going to be a cold drink. You can have what is classified as a cold drink, just it has to be hot and vice versa. Now, what would you guys choose? Leave your answer in either the comment section here or head over to the Facebook group and comment and place your vote, and we will see who is in the majority next episode. Just a reminder, we've also got that Reddit page, so if you don't want to post on Facebook and would rather be anonymous, you can head over to that Reddit page at r/Life's Tough Questions. So, if you're keen to possibly see your answer pop up, then like, comment, and subscribe, and get posting and replying with more of Life's Tough Questions. I'm Australia Guy, and I don't have a clever sign-off.
Would you rather stay inside for all your life, or fly around the air 100 miles as a knife? I wonder what it is that you would do. That's why I've got life's tough questions for you.